Hey everyone, welcome to the Bitcoin update today. It's the 5th of August 2020 and I want to take a look at Bitcoin. I want to take a look at the trend, looking at what appears to be a corrective structure, and I want to, maybe prophesize a little bit about where the market's going to take us here. Before I get into any of this, as you all know, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You are responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research, and I'm just giving my opinion on the market. So I'm going to put this link here in the in the Discord. If you don't have access to the Discord, just throw in a comment here in the YouTube chat. I'll be more than happy to get an invite code out to you. And let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. Okay. So what I've outlined here, I'm just going to try and keep it real simple, I'm keeping it real simple for Jay. Jay likes to keep things real simple, and sometimes that's what you got to do. You just have to keep things really, really simple, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. So on Bitcoin, obviously we had some distribution here, right? It was just crazy. We kind of expected it to happen, right? This is about the same time Ethereum was approaching 400. Bitcoin hit 12,000. It's a good psychological number. We do have to take a look at the indicators. We were heavily overbought. We were very, very overbought at the time. We had a big swift rejection. What I can see here, we did have a little bit of a bullish cross on the 12-hour back here, and we've seen some upside. I tend to think that this upside is going to continue up till about 12K again. We're probably going to get a double top. This seems very familiar. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember this, but 12,000 seems to me that we had all the way back here in 2018. We had a double top up here, and it wasn't quite 12K, but it was pretty close. Pretty close. You gotta pay attention to this here too. We had 11, 11.5, 11.8. We had a pullback. Now it wasn't as nasty as what we saw. We had a pullback, and then we had a push back up, and you can see we had a 12-hour bearish cross here, 12-hour bearish cross here, and you saw what happened both times. So ideally, we would wait for a 12-hour bearish cross. So let's go up to where we are right now. It does look like we are creating, at least on a smaller scale. We're looking at an hourly here and not on a 12-hour. But it looks like we're creating a very similar structure. So if we are to count this, all right, what I can see here from the bottom, we've got a nice A, B, C to finish this out. All right. Then from there, we've got nice and clean A, B, C into the A. We've got a B, and then we've got a C right here to finish that wave. And what we're basically finishing here is an A, and then a B, and then we're going in for the C. The question always is, how high are we going to go? Typically, we go higher than we expect. So we're sitting here at what appears to be resistance. We've got a good cluster right here. We can pull this over and we can see that first we had resistance right here when we touched this. Then up here is where our next resistance is going to be. We had support here. We would expect this to be resistance. We're approaching it. But what I'm most interested in is the measurement of this move. Okay, I expect us to get up to the 100 at least. Maybe we extend. It's possible that we extend. That's why we have stop losses in place. It's possible that we go up as high as 12,200. Does that ring a bell? I've been talking about 12,200 for a long, long time. So does the C go all the way up there? We're just going to have to wait and see. Wherever we pivot though, like if we get a dominant pivot here or we get a dominant pivot here, doesn't matter so much. What matters to me is where we do the retrace. All right, so let me just pull this in, squeeze this guy in here, because I'm going to pull another one that's going to be more important, and it is going to be based off of where we do retrace to, where we actually top out again. So let's just try and get this as good as we can up here on the top. And I'm going to pull this over here so it's not in the way. Get down here to the bottom, and we do the pullback. So let's just say for a moment we get up here to the 100. which is going to be at about $11,965. I would expect some kind of 100% equality. And whenever I say that, what I'm basically saying is we're going to measure from this guy to this guy, from top to bottom. We have this. And then basically we're just going to pull it over from where we think we're going to top out at. If we top out at 11,965, 100% equality brings us down here to 10,400, 10,500, this range. We'll have to wait and see if we get there. We'll have to wait and see how high we go, because if we go up to the 123.6, well, then we have to pull this guy up here to the 123.6 at about 12,200. And now our 100% equality is at 10,650. So this looks like where we're going to gravitate towards. I don't know if we go to the 123.6. Typically in an expanded flat, we're going to go either to the 618 or we're going to get to the 100. One way or another. We've got two targets to reach, which is where I will be looking for long positions. We've got two targets to reach based on how high we go. And also, it really depends on whether or not we get a rejection. I believe we will get a rejection. I think it'll probably happen here. Not that I am willing to like short here. I probably will open a small short, but it's not going to be as significant as where I will be looking down here at about 10,005, 10,004, down here in this range. And I guess looking left, does this coincide with any important level? Well, it sure as heck does. In case you have forgotten, that is where we topped out and we have not retested, right here. Again, just keeping things simple. Right up here, we topped out. Let me get this right. And I'm looking at a spot exchange. I'm not looking at BitMEX because it just tends to be too crazy. So that's about 10,435. I don't think I got that quite right. So let's just go ahead and just put it right where it belongs, right there. All right, so about 10,430. That's where we kind of topped out at. So what do we have? We have lots of confluence that shows that this is going to be likely an area where we retest before we continue going up. And again, if you're on the Discord, you know that I'm pretty bullish right now. I am looking to get into a long position, but I'm not rushing it right now. This does look like we are going to be doing an A, B, C here. So again, zooming in on this. Now we've talked about this. A, B, C, and this guy right here. I'm going to change the color on it just for contrast. Likely what's happening right here, we are probably doing, let's see here, so A, B, C from here. See, this almost looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete this. This doesn't look like an ABC, so this does look like a 5-wave structure, like a 3, 3, 5. So you've got the ABC up, ABC down, then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would make a whole lot of sense for this to be a 3, 3, 5. So from down here, and I'll fix the degree on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete that move up here to the 100. And so I'm going to change this back to minuscule. I'm going to change the color so it matches this particular degree. This seems like a logical place to complete wave B. Okay, so let me just put this in here because we're talking about really granular subdivision, but what we're really talking about is an A and then a B, and then we go down for the C right down here. And again, this is going to be on a higher degree, and I'm going to change the color on this guy as well because he is on a higher degree. All right, so you're not going to be able to dig a count out of this unless you go to maybe a 5-minute chart. That was just crazy. I mean, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to try and dig something out of this. We can all agree that this was the first move. Okay, so it almost looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so it looks like a 5-wave structure down. I'm looking at a 5-minute chart. I mean, it's just crazy. You can see we've got a 1, 2, a little 1, 2, a bigger 3, 4, and then a 5 to complete this. Right, so I think we can agree on a lower degree or a lower time frame that this is a 5-wave structure down as messed up as it looks. It's going to be really impossible to get a good view of that. So if we've got 5 down, and then we have the ABC, and it looks like a 335 on the way up, we should get 5 waves down. So look for the rejection before you take any serious position. You're going to look for rejection. So what you're going to be looking for is, assuming we do get up here, and I do believe that we will. So pull this guy. We're going to go down for the 4, go up for the 5. You're going to look for something like this and that. And from there, you're going to take the bigger move and then potentially take that last move down. Okay, you know, it's possible that this is probably going to come down here. You're going to come down up to the 50 or the 618. You're going to be looking for more resistance here, confirm some resistance, and then you're going to go for the final move, which you're going to get your 3, your 4, and then your 5 to get you down here to 10,430 or so. So we'll pull this guy out. We'll give it some time. A lot of times I am not good at timing the market. I'm typically okay when it comes to getting the price action, but timing it is my flaw, and I'm happy to admit that timing is my flaw. So you know, changing strategies around a little bit, but nonetheless, this is what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. If this happens, what's going to happen to altcoins? Well, if Bitcoin decides to make a move to the downside, you have to watch dominance. Let's take a look at dominance here real quick. So Bitcoin dominance is on the rise. We did not get to the 60% that I was aiming for. We did not get there. Let me move to let's say a daily time frame here. So we've been keeping an eye on this. We're still looking for the 4 to complete. We're still looking for this to come down to 58 to 60. We're still waiting on this. All right, so we're still waiting. Hasn't finished yet, in my opinion. We still have alts to go up. Right now, Bitcoin is doing something. I think that as soon as Bitcoin is done, then alts are going to take over again, and you're going to get down here to the 57 to 60. From there, I think Bitcoin takes over. And okay, let's just put this mentally. Let's put this side by side. So we're talking about Bitcoin moving itself up to about 11,960. Then we're talking about it dropping to 10,600. Okay, so 10,005, 10,006. We're looking for that range. Right, when that happens, altcoins are going to go on a run. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to kind of stay steady while alts do their thing after Bitcoin drops. From there, you can expect Bitcoin to outperform alts in a major way. So if you're playing alt season right now, it's safe to do that. There will be a time here in the near future that it is not going to be safe to be in alts, but for right now it is. We're going to keep an eye on this. So take your profits on your alts. You know, play it safely. Get some good trade setups. But be careful. Set some stop losses, because if and when we do get down here to the 57 to 60 range, I've got this circled for a reason, because it's very possible we do a little move up here to 63, we go down to 57, 58, and then Bitcoin goes on a rip. And we're talking months, right? So you can see here, you know, this is January 2021. Wouldn't it be great to see Bitcoin make its way up to $17,000 or $18,000 by Christmas time? We'll just have to wait and see. But for right now, that is my analysis on the Bitcoin portion of the market. So again, we're talking about a move up to about 11,960, a move down to about 10,003, 10,005, somewhere in that range. From there, be ready, because it's very possible Bitcoin goes on a rip, and it's also possible it doesn't make it that low. Okay, I'm looking for long positions down there, but I will be layering in some spot positions as it moves its way down, and I do believe it will move its way down. It will refresh, reset itself, and then move its way up. If you've been on the Discord, you've probably seen this chart. Bitcoin against US dollar. I think I've got this on Coinbase. Let's just take a look at this guy right here. So, I've got this down to, 10,120. It may not get that low, right? So we've been talking about 10.5, 10.4, 10.3, probably not 10.1. Maybe it does. You just never know. You just never know. But if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, we're working on the 5, right? So we're working on 5, and we're currently in wave 2 of this structure. So we're working on wave 2 of this last fifth, which is going to complete wave C. Okay, so this wave A, B, C started in December of 2018. We've got 5 waves up. We've got a correction, right? I mean, you could call this a W, X, Y, X, Z. You can call it whatever you want. It's a correction. So to create the B, and then we go on 5 waves up. 5, 3, 5. Okay, that's how I'm counting this. We can agree or we can disagree on counts, but nonetheless, I'm bullish right now on Bitcoin up to potentially 17. Think of all the FOMO that's going to be hitting the markets once we see a rip to the upside here. Once we finish this, expect wave 3 to be violent and watch it make its way up to 16,000. Can you imagine? I mean, we haven't seen prices like this literally since 2017. So that would be pretty awesome. And I guess prices like this, I'm talking about when it does rip to the upside, because I believe it will. When it makes that rip to the upside, we won't have seen this since literally, well, I guess January of 2018, the first week of January 2018. We're going to get a whole lot of people that are going to be really crazy about the market. And when you start seeing people show up that haven't been here for years, that is when you should be selling. And that's all that I've got for you right now. So if this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, and a good evening. Take care, everybody.